Hey guys, Julianne from Performance 360 is here today to give you a couple of tips on mobility for your thoracic spine and your shoulders. So any of our overhead movements like snatches, whether it's dumbbell or barbell, overhead squats, overhead swings, things like that, really require a lot of mobility within your mid to upper spine and your shoulder girdle. We want to think about it in range of motion through different planes of movement. So we'll talk about folding forward and flexion, moving backward and extension, and rotation through your spine with some twisting. So just some simple things that you can do at home. One that is my absolute favorite, coming into a tabletop position, and one arm at a time, you'll just reach up and twist toward that side. And then take a couple breaths here, really breathing into your chest, the left side of your body, or whichever side you're on. And then take that arm underneath of you like you're threading a needle, and bring your cheek or temple to the ground. And just stay here for maybe 10 breaths, a couple of minutes. When you're ready, just come out. You can even reach that arm back up and kind of release the joint, and then come back and switch sides. Taking it on the other side probably will feel a little bit different. It's different from right to left usually for people, but it gives you some time to not only create some space, but get a little bit of twisting into your upper back. Once you're done with those, a good way to just get some space in the upper back between the shoulder blades, so we're moving into that rounding, which is actually the natural shape of your thoracic spine. Just bringing your knees together, feet together, sit onto your heels. You're going to round your spine forward, and you can either place your forearms down and let your head drop. If that's a little bit too much, you could stack your fists and rest your forehead on your hands. If you feel pretty good about it, you can just relax your arms down alongside you with your forehead on the ground like a traditional child's pose, and let your shoulders drop. So we're getting a fair amount of space in the upper back, and then breathing deeply so that I really expand my lungs and my ribs, creating even more space with each inhale. Breathing deeply alone is going to increase the mobility of your thoracic spine. So focusing on that in each and every one of these movements. One of our favorites that we do in restorative yoga a lot is with the foam roller, and it works really well for creating mobility here. So I lay the foam roller, or you can use like a rolled up anything, extra yoga mat, big blanket, whatever you got. You're going to take the end of it and put it right where your ribs start, about your mid-back, and you'll feel that little notch where your ribs start. Lay your spine along it, keeping your hips and butt on the ground, and then rest your head back onto it as well. From here, you can just take your arms to the side with your palms open, or you can even kind of take them out to the side even more. Goalpost them if they stay on the ground. If they don't, then don't. And just stay here, close your eyes, and take a few really deep breaths, maybe even a full minute, 2, 3 wouldn't hurt. And then when you're ready, take your time to get out of it. Just kind of roll to the side, catch yourself in one arm, and press yourself back up. So that's one of my favorites. We do it all the time, and it creates a lot of space not only in your spine, but it gets your chest and your shoulders to open as well. So make sure that you take a little bit of time to really work through these movements, particularly if you're feeling like these are movements that you're limited by in the gym, snatches, overhead squats, things like that. All of these things for just a couple of minutes a day, every other day, will allow those movements to become more and more accessible faster than you would think.